Hi, my name is Deepak Thakuri and welcome to my channel Corporate Ethics. So today in this video we are going to talk about the most haunted question of this corporate universe, which is tell me about yourself. Generally you would have seen whenever somebody asks about tell me about yourself, people get confused or they don't know what to say, or even if people are aware of, probably their communication is very good. But when this question has been asked, they are not able to materialize their thought and they are not able to express it in the right way. So today I'm going to help you understand how you have to articulate and how you have to respond this question of tell me about yourself. So whenever somebody asks you tell me about yourself, first thing you should be knowing is he is not asking about those irrelevant things which is not required as a skill set. He really want to know that what all things you have as a package which will be useful for his profile, which will be useful for his organization, basis which he can go ahead and close that particular opportunity, particular position. So without wasting much time, I will come to the point directly. Now, when you're going to respond, tell me about yourself question. First thing which you should be doing is you should be carrying a smile on your face, because whenever you carry a pleasant smile on your face, I am very specifically saying smile, don't laugh, because smile looks courteous and laughing looks unprofessional. So carry a small smile on your face, because when you smile, your voice also gives the pleasant experience. And start with a greeting like, hi, my name is Deepak Thakuri. Once you have told your name and you have also shared a proper greeting, then after that you should immediately come to the point. You should talk about your academics. This is specifically for the freshers, people who are freshers who don't have any relevant experience or who don't have any experience at all. So they can talk about their academics. And when you are talking about your academics, there are certain things which you should be keeping in your mind. You should be talking about your highest education, and it will be great if you're able to specify which particular college, which particular institution, along with the years, because this question might be asked by the person who is going to interview you, who is going to take your interview. So rather than him asking that question, it will be better if you are going to tell that proactively. That gives a positive impact and positive response, because it will cut down the unnecessary time of the interview. And in your journey of academics, if there is any key accomplishment, like if somebody has scored 95%, if somebody was the topper of an institute or somebody was the topper of the class, please do not forget to specify that. Please do not forget to emphasize over that, because once you will emphasize, these things really plays a very vital role, specifically when you are a fresher, because when you don't have a relevant experience, these things becomes a talking point for you. So how I can demonstrate that? Hi, my name is Deepak Thakuri. I am an MBA in International Business. I have completed my post graduation, my MBA, with 75%, and my specialization was there in international business. So I'll be very relevant for this position. Why? Because I am very familiar to the dynamics of the business administration. One thing which is required to be noticed, not only academics, if you have any key accomplishment on the side of your side of sports achievement as well, you should not let go this opportunity. You should definitely talk about that, because these kind of extracurricular activities, some people give a lot of weightage to that. So at end of the day, it becomes a talking point for you. Otherwise, your answer to tell me about yourself will get wind up very very fast, and you will not be able to leave a good impression, a powerful impression on in that interview. So it is important you have talking points, and you are able to spend enough time while expressing yourself. This is specifically for the freshers people. So if you are not a fresher, if you are an experienced candidate and if you have a lot of experience, so what is required over here is you should be very specifically talking about your previous experience as well. Like I will give you an example. You should say, as long as my work experience is concerned, I have overall 3 years of experience. In that 3 years of experience, 2 years I have done with XYZ organization, where I was rewarded for 2 quarters as an best employee. And after that, I have to leave that organization. I left that organization because there was a better opportunity and I found that opportunity more strategic. That is why I joined XYZ organization in that particular year and month. And here also I am associated from last 1 year. So you would have observed that I have spoken about 3 years experience, and I have told them when I have joined that organization, when I have left that organization, proactively from my side only I am telling. I have told that I have left that organization because the next opportunity which came my way, that was more strategic. So this is how you should be talking about. One pretty common question which anybody might ask you, that why do you want to leave your current organization or current association? So whenever somebody is asking you, please don't say any bad words about your organization, because this is basically an understanding across industry. I have also taken multiple interviews. Anybody who talks bad about his existing organization, that means that person is not loyal to his bread and butter. So there is no surety that person will be loyal towards his upcoming organization, upcoming association as well. These kind of people generally gets checked out from the interview then and there only. So don't do that mistake. My humble suggestion to everyone. How you should tackle this question? I am sure this, when I, after listening what I have just said just now, immediately the thing which will be coming in your mind is, the question which will be coming in your mind is that, then how should I tackle that question? So how you should tackle that question is basically, when somebody asks you why do you want to leave your current organization or association, you should say, it's not like that I want to leave my organization very desperately, but what I feel so that this move is very strategic for me. I am on XYZ profile, and these are my learnings which I have obtained from this program, and I don't see a career path now. And this upcoming opportunity, it's this opportunity I can see XYZ sort of learnings I can absorb from it. And apart from that, there is a monetary growth also aligned to it. So I think this is a more career strategic move. I should in fact go for it. That is why I am a little inclined towards this role or this profile. So that is how you have to play very smartly, very diplomatically, and you have to explain that person, that boss, there is nothing bad in my organization. I'm not coming to you because I am feeling bad, though that is the reality. But at the time of interview, you should showcase this thing, that you're a very sensible person and you are not a noisemaker kind of person who will go to any organization and start bitching about the previous organization. So don't leave that kind of footprint, or don't leave that kind of impression at the time of interview. Otherwise you'll get eradicated, you'll get checked out immediately. Once your academics and the work experience part is completed, after that immediately you should give a small introduction about your family as well. This is also very relevant. People would be curious to know that what is your family background and where do you put up. So you should be talking about that. Like, once I'm completed with this, I will be saying I put up on XYZ place in New Delhi or Bangalore or Hyderabad. And as long as my family is concerned, I have four members in my family: my mother, my father, and my sibling. So whichever elder sibling or younger sibling, if they are studying, you should talk about that. If they are already working, if they are elder to you, then you can give a little update about that as well. In a very crux manner, you can wind this up. So this is how you are going to complete your 60% of tell me about yourself. Now, the next thing will be, if you will not say, generally your interviewer is going to ask you, or generally people also tell about that. That is basically hobby. What do I like doing, or what is that thing which I don't like? So this is very, very important. Whenever you're going to talk about hobby, please, if you are not very prominent towards the subject on which you're going to talk about, or the hobby which you're going to express it out, please pick up those hobbies uh, which are universal hobbies, which will generally people have the understanding about it. Don't pick up the hobbies at the time of interview which will be very fake and which will be tough to understand. Generally people say, I like reading book. Then immediately the person who's going to take your interview is going to ask you, tell me which book. You're stuck then. You have not gone through that book, or in fact you have not gone through the book, or probably you would have gone through a book long ago. Now you don't remember that. And if it is your hobby, if you're fond of reading books, you would have definitely read a book of late, if not within 15 days, 10 days, probably a month back, 2 months back. So he is going to ask this question to you, and you will pick up that subject, but you will not be able to give sufficient answer or the satisfying answer, and you will lose that battle. So don't get into that danger zone. My humble request to you, pick up those hobbies which are a little universal, or be truthful to yourself. If you like traveling, then do a little preparation about it. Which place you've traveled last time, talk about that. Or probably, even if you want to talk about reading books only, if you're really fond of reading books, then do a little preparation, because if this question is asked, you should be able to talk about that book. You should be able to talk about what you should be able to narrate the story of the book, and you should be able to narrate the moral of the story as well. So that is how you should be picking up your hobby question. This is very, very important, very crucial, guys. One more question which is generally asked by the interviewers on the entry level, that is basically what are your strength and weakness. So what people do, strength, people say I am very hardworking, I am very good learner. It's okay, you can tell that, but you should be able to put some examples along with it so that it makes sense. Otherwise it looks a little fake, fabricated. Like, I will give you a little demonstration. So if somebody asks me that what are your strength and weakness, so first of all, tell me about the strength. So when somebody is going to ask this question to me, tell me about your strength, then my immediate response will be, I am a very laborious guy, and you can see my academics as well. I have scored 95% for that. I was very, very laborious. I used to spend around 3 hours apart, 3 to 4 hours on daily basis on reading of that subject. That is why I am able to score this number. Here, you should be talking about certain traits which will be more lucrative or more useful towards that role, like adaptable. Every organization wants the person should be adaptable to change, because what will happen today, the organization process or policy is X. Tomorrow, if the policy or process is changed, or there is a new update. So if you are adaptable, if you are a trait which is adaptable to change, you will be able to adapt that change very quickly. Generally, there are some people who are not very adaptable to change, who are very rigid and stubborn. So those people will not be able to cope up with the change, and they will not be able to meet up the criteria. Again, that person will be able to lose the battle. So talk about those things which will make a little sense towards the business requirement. Adaptable to change. My strength is talking to people, having conversation with people. In my college and school as well, I used to host the program, so I know how to represent things, how to articulate things well. These are the things which you should be able to sell it off as in strength. And weakness, for God's sake, don't say weakness, which generally people commit this mistake, that I trust very easily. If you trust very easily, that means you will leave the conversation. You don't know how to judge people. So when you will get into the job and you have to talk to the customer, you will trust the customer very easily, and you never know which cubicle you will sit. So those kind of personality is also not required. So what you need to do, weakness, you should be very specific. In fact, there is no harm in saying this as well. I don't see any shortcoming, but I'm a quick learner. Even if there is a shortcoming, wow, at the time of my job evaluation, so I will work upon that, and I will overcome that challenge. So this is how you have to give your interview. This is how you have to respond the scary question of tell me about yourself. I hope my video is able to help you up. This is a learning content which I've kept for you. In this as well, if you have any sort of question, I'll be really, really glad to help all of you. You can put all your questions in the comment box. I will try to answer each of your question. And if you really like this video, this content is useful for you, please, please, please do like my video, and subscribe my channel. It's a new channel which I've created. I am trying to educate as much as possible. I am trying to create a content which is very easy to understand. If language is a concern, there are people can put that also in the comment box. I can create this video in English as well, which will be Hindi, which will be a combination of Hindi and English, so that people can understand much better. As I said, it is a new channel. So I'm looking forward for a support from each one of you. My objective, my goal is basically to educate and empower more and more people, and reduce the failure rate due to this question of tell me about yourself. Generally, people get stuck in this particular question only. And an HR person comes, he takes the interview, within 4 or 5 minutes only, he takes up a call and he rejects that person. So I really want to go ahead and help those kind of people, but I would look forward for a support from each one of you. To begin with, I'm keeping a very nominal target for myself, just 1000 like and 10,000 views. I hope you people will support me. So, and we should be able to meet that target. And if till then, keep learning, keep growing. If there is any feedback also in this video, you think something is relevant which has not been incorporated, or something which has been missed from our side, please do let us know. Put that feedback in comment box. I will definitely go through that, and your feedback will make us better. So till then, thank you very much. Stay connected with corporate ethics. Keep growing.